Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am going to attempt to combine two locks using a strand of synthetic crochet hair. I've threaded the needle and now I am going to sew these two strands or two locks together. I've already started this process and then I figured, okay, let me show everybody what I'm doing here. So the needle has been threaded. I'm pulling slowly, gently, and I'm going to grasp the end in order to allow me to sew more tautly to get it tight enough that these two locks connect. Right now I have space between the two and I want to eliminate that space. Ideally, as my hair shed, it will tangle around these two locks and eventually make one seamless lock where you don't even see the separation between the two. So I'm just sewing like I would a piece of cloth, just sticking it through both locks, bringing it out the other side and sticking it through the other side of the lock. And I'm also holding the strand of crochet hair because it breaks really easily. So I used about 4 to 5 strands of hair. It's a tedious process, but it really does not take long to do. It's just, you just have to be careful that the strand don't break on you because you want to try to get it through the length of the two locks to ensure that there's no space between them. So when I started my locks, I really wasn't paying attention to sizing, and I realized that my locks were smaller in the front than the back. And so this is one of the last locks that was so small that I felt like needed to be combined with the one next to it. And the way I combined it is I basically took the smaller lock, crocheted through the base of the bigger lock, and instead of two-strand twisting it, I decided to sew it using the strand of synthetic hair. Now, ordinarily, what I've done in the past, early on in my journey, is, of course, I did crochet it through the base of the lock next to it, but I two-strand twisted it because early on in my journey, my hair was more pliable, it was softer. There was no way I could two-strand twist these two locks and they would have stayed together. So I was up one night and I was like, how can I get this to stay together? And I was like, okay, I'm going to use some synthetic hair, but I'm not going to use a lot of it because I didn't want anything weighing down my locks. And I want my locks to be as natural as possible. And as you can see, as I thread this through, you don't even see the strand of hair, which is why I chose to use just one strand each time. All right, so I'm about finished with this strand. I'm going to take it through one more time before I break it. So I'm just going to pull it to snap it. And as you can see, these two locks are fully connected from the base all the way up. I just have this little piece left that I need to connect. I had a loose piece. I'm just going to wrap it around. And eventually, like I say, once my hair sheds, it's going to get all tangled up and it's going to conceal the separation between those two locks. All right, so I'm going to re-thread my needle with another strand. I burn the tip so that the tip can stay together. And I'm just going to start sewing just to close up the ends of my hair. I'm going to speed this up a little bit for the sake of time. I'm just repeating the process, walking you through how I gently pull it through and just start sewing. So yeah, I am happy with the size of my locks. I do have a few small ones in the top. I think this is the only one I'm going to address. The others are pretty good. That one was just too small for my liking. So I really wish I would have gone bigger with my locks, but I think I was just too self-conscious about that early stage on what my hair was going to look like. So I was really concerned or really attempting to put as many twists on my head as possible to make my hair look fuller. But looking back on that, I should have just gone all out just with thick locks, bigger sections. All right, and that's about it. I'm going to wrap this around and seal the deal. Thank y'all for watching, and I will bring y'all along on tracking the progress of this lock. Thanks, guys. I will see you on the next one. Bye.